everyone. Welcome to the video. Today in this video we will be looking into how to build a proper resume. This video will contain the following information. 1. Tools for building a resume which will make your resume stand out among the rest. 2. The essential layouts, design prospects and common questions that might come to your mind when building a resume. 3. The steps to pass your resume through an ATS system and the psychology of the HR while reading your resume. So in this video we will be looking into the tools which we are going to use for building our resume. Before starting, my humble request is stop wasting your time by watching videos about top 5 AI tools that will build your resume, and never let someone else to build your resume. In order for you to stand out, kindly dedicate yourself and put in the hours. The first tool will be Canva. Menu about this tool which you might have used for designing posters or social media content. But we will be using this to design our resume, LinkedIn posters, banners and all other design content we will be making for our playlist. So this is the Canva tool. So as you can see, let's get to the home first in Canva. So this is how your home page looks like in Canva. Typically all your recent designs will come up here. So to get started, you have to create an account obviously and get in. It's totally free for use, except for some premium elements. Let us type in resume and here you can see there is a lot of resume templates which are designs created by me, and type in resume templates here to get a more accurate result. What I want you to do is go and type in resume and click on this one. This is the predefined resume format with defined size which you will be using. So here you will get a lot of resumes. Please make sure you choose the one which closely resembles with your requirement. And as you can see there are some resumes which are only accessible if you buy the Canva Pro. But most of the resumes are free. Let me go ahead and select this one. This looks pretty simple and elegant and I'm going to customize this one. As you can see editing in Canva is pretty easy. You can just delete this and you have the frame embedded, so you just have to drop in your pic, go to uploads and upload your image inside. So you can drag and drop that image there. That's pretty much it. And here you can edit the text box and can change the colors and everything. But I prefer to leave it in the default color palette unless and until you want to spend some more time figuring out the compatible color palette. As you can see, the resume contains your name, the role you are applying for, the introduction part, which should be short and captivating, the experience section, and references. And here you have the skill set, the languages you know, your education and contact. But before starting with this, I want you to think about the role for which you are applying and the elements which you are going to add to your resume. So, I will be giving you certain examples from my own personal resume collection which I iterated over the time. So, this is the first resume which I built. As you can see, I have worked to gain a little experience by my junior year of college. So, you might also want to acquire experience if you want to make your resume solid. As for that experience part, we will be covering it in a later video. So, here my name, the role I am applying for. As you can see, during the starting stages of my resume building, I only created one resume and used it for everything. As a result, my objectives are highly different, and this is a very bad thing. Please do not do this. Always customize your resumes based on the role you are applying for and the company which you are applying for. Do not use a common resume for all your job applications. Please make a note of it. And then as you can see, I have added the experience in a standard LinkedIn format. You put in the company name, you put in what type of work you were doing there, what was your role, and a short summary of it. The summary should highlight essential skills that the job requires. In this resume I tried to expand everything in detail because I only had like 3 or 4 different experiences which I could mention. And over the right side I have my education details, the basics starting from my secondary school, higher secondary, and the undergraduation degree. And here I have put in my skills with a proficiency bar. When you look at it, you can see that I am pretty good at 3D modeling compared to the other skills such as the data analytics and C++. This is because I eventually lost touch of these fields. The point here is, be genuine in your resume, and avoid false exaggerated information. In the languages section you can see the languages proficiency as native or bilingual proficiency. This means that I am very fluent in English and Tamil, and for Hindi, I may not be able to speak like a native speaker, but I know enough Hindi to make it work in a professional setting. And next I have put in my project details and then finally my accomplishments. This was when I led my team in Google Hashcode and we secured the 8,453rd position in global ranking. This was during my 11th standard in school. This might not look like a big achievement, but I personally feel that 8,453rd position in the global rank is important, and I felt like highlighting it in the resume. The point is, trust your gut and feel free to highlight the points which you are proud of, Do not worry if it is a big achievement or not. This is something which I created to just fill the space in the resume. Please make sure that you do not leave any empty spaces. Try to cover it with content in a concise way. And most importantly, if you do not have much experience, try to make the best out of your limited options and consolidate your resume into one single sheet. That would really help you a lot. You can trust me on that. So here are some of the traits which I want to highlight to the management. And here we have a chart on how I spent my free time. No, nobody actually puts this in their resume, but as a matter of fact, when I attended an interview with my first MNC, the HR person was so inspired by my resume. He really appreciated me for putting in this element. Please understand that this might work in some cases but might not work in other cases. So, it is always better to understand the motives of the company, the probable rounds of interview and calculated risk before you add such elements. And here I have the basic contact details and everything. This is the final iteration of my resume which I used for many different applications focused in the core section. And as you can see here, I created this resume particularly for my core field, which is mechanical engineering. As you can see, I also developed a personal portfolio website which I used here. I will put the link in the description. Do check it out for my works and resume. Here are the contact details. And in case you are wondering how to add these icons, what you have to do is, go to Elements, search for LinkedIn logo, and hit Enter, drag and drop the logo, resize it, and then you can change the color. Canva will choose the colors based on your color palette. So, you don't have to worry much about matching your color palette. If you are sure that you are going to be sending your resume as a soft copy, it is always better to link the websites to the text. This way your HR can just click on the links and go to the site. Let me give you a short example. Here I have M20 project. I have a link here. It is going to redirect me to that page. So, it gives me information about that project. The same applies for my portfolio as well. Here you have my portfolio and my LinkedIn. Even this icon is linked as you can see. And when you think about the experiences, I have only added the experiences which I feel are very suitable to the particular roles. And if you want to download my resume, it's in my portfolio website. You can use this as a reference to build your own resume. And as you can see, I have also improved on the color palette over time. I also upgraded the leisure time spent graph, which explains in detail about how much time I spend for each activity. And as you can see, I have also included magic as a leisure activity. And this can be a conversation starter because if your HR or people in the interview panel are interested in having an informal conversation, this is a great topic to open up. So, if they ever come across this particular word, you can assume they're going to ask you to do some magic. And if you are doing a magic well, you are going to enter the informal conversation, breaking the ice. But the ultimate requirement is that you should actually do some magic. And since I was a practicing magician a few years back, I put it on my resume. The point is, never lie in your resume. Now coming to the psychology of the HR and the ATS system, the first thing I want you to say is many people ask me if it is good to have a 2-column resume or a single-column resume. I will show you a great example for that. So here you can see a resume which is pretty much in a single-column format. Use this template when you are sure that your application is passing through an ATS. This is because an ATS, abbreviation for Application Tracker System, detects all the words in your resume, and matches it with the keywords in the job description. It tries to shortlist you for the job based on the percentage match between your resume keywords and the JD keywords. But, if you are going through on-campus placement, do not worry as ATS will not be an issue. You can use the 2-column format eyes closed. But if you are going through an off-campus job application where hundreds of people apply with you, then definitely it is safer to use the single-column format. If you are sure that the HR will definitely look at your resume, irrespective of the ATS system, definitely go for a 2-column layout. Also choose the color palette wisely. Make it attractive, eye-catching but not very colorful so that it becomes a distraction and hides the data. If you do not have a lot of experience, try to make your resume short and compress it into a single page. That is going to help you a lot. The second most important question that many people ask is about the photo. Is it really good to add a photo? Most of the time, our resume is going to be read by someone who does not have a clear idea of how we look like, and it is a better idea to actually put a photo. You might ask me that. How I look is irrelevant to the job, obviously, but having a professional photo will make you stand out. But make sure that your photo is professional and clear. Please do not use an informal photo. So, if you are not sure about your photo, If you are not having the feeling that your photo will fetch the eye of the HR, please do not do it. And the third most important question many people ask me is the length of the resume. And as I have already stated, one page is very good. If you are a fresher, definitely go for a single page. But if you are having multiple experiences or you want to highlight a lot of projects, you can go to 2 pages, but make sure that you are doing it very effectively. The most important part which I want to repeat again is, please make your own resume, or else it is going to be very difficult for you to stand out and make this work out. Okay, so let us summarize the points we have seen so far. The first point is use Canva for your resume building, same time by using default templates that match your requirement. As a bonus tip, you can try using ChatGPT to rephrase your content more professionally. You just have to type in the content informally and ask ChatGPT to convert it into something professional. This way you can have a professional resume with error-free content. Always proofread your resume as many times as possible in order to avoid errors. Please note that errors can be a big turn-off for the person reading your resume. Also make sure that the content you copy from ChatGPT matches with the actual content which you wanted to use. You say single column format for resume, which probably may go through an ATS system. If you are sure a person will read your resume, then proceed with the 2-column format. Choose the color palette wisely, as this can have a profound impact in your success rate. Add your photo only if it is very professional. Make a resume for a maximum of 2 pages only. It is very preferable to compress your resume into a single sheet. Use the available canvas efficiently, and do not leave any open spaces in the resume. Never use the same resume for 2 different job applications. Please make sure that you customize your resume every job you apply. Make sure that your resume matches with the job description. Be genuine in your resume. Avoid putting false or exaggerated information in your resume. Follow your gut and highlight the achievements which you are proud of. Always ask for active feedback and adjust your resume accordingly. Most important of all, nothing is right or wrong. Have fun experimenting. Feel free to comment down your suggestions. You can reach out to me in my Instagram. You can download my resume from my website. Thank you for watching. Signing off.